We live in a society that values intelligence, the right answers, and an assumption of who we are. Now, often people want knowledge fast, knowledge quickly, and the right things immediately. However, one of possibly the smartest men ever, Albert Einstein, once remarked, "The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination." And I sit here and think about that, and at first I'm inclined to disagree. One might say that if you don't know things, how can you be smart? There's almost no it doesn't make sense to a person. However, once I really start to think about it, it makes me realize that in actuality he is true. It is true. It's having a bunch of money doesn't make you a rich man. It's how you decide to spend it and what you decide to spend it on. Imagination can take you farthest places that you've never dreamed of. But in reality, this is possibly one of the greatest things that you will ever do. Imagination is an important aspect towards being intelligent. And I have known many people throughout my life who are extremely intelligent, who've been extremely knowledgeable of information, of certain facts. But their imagination was extremely limited and prevented them from achieving great things. I will be exploring how in reality Albert Einstein is correct. The true sign of intelligence is not your knowledge, but your imagination, how you decide to use that information. How far can you take it? For instance, I was involved with FIRST Robotics, a program which is dedicated to expanding the minds of students in high school, elementary school, and middle school. These programs are designed to teach kids science, teamwork, and to be able to be gracious competitors. I was often involved with students who opted to who were extremely smart, but who often did not know how to behave socially, or did not know their limits within a group. They were used to working upon themselves. Their imagination did not allow them to go beyond what they could do solo, and instead, that limitation of imagination prevented them from doing well in groups. Often, the people who I could see succeed the most were the ones who were not the let's think straightforward and try and reach point A to point B, but often to come up with a creative solution, not meaning that it had to be overly complicated, but a simple but innovative solution to a problem. Now, often I see that most people can have an issue with this because I myself am a very knowledgeable person. I am a very retainer of many facts and information. However, I always try and remember that it's not how I use them, but it's instead, it's not how I choose to use them, or I should say, it's not the facts that I know, but how I choose to use them. And these facts are indeed I suck. Anyway, the facts that we create, the sign of intelligence is not necessarily that these facts are good. Intelligence is not something that can be measured strictly through what we know, but instead, intelligence is something that should be measured on how we decide to use it. We can only be as smart as we allow ourselves to be.